Good morning, dear friends. I am sailing up the Chao Phraya River of Bangkok, and I am heading towards one of the major landmarks of this city that I will be visiting today. What you see there is the Wat Arun, a Buddhist temple built in 1825 by a wealthy Thai Chinese merchant named Chao Phraya Nikonbodin. The ordination hall stands out on the riverbank. It houses a huge Buddha image known among the Chinese as the Sampokong. And there we have the place that I am going to visit today, the Wat Arun. Known also as the Temple of Dawn, it is located in Thonburi on the western bank of the Chao Phraya River. Thonburi served as capital of Thailand between 1767, when Ayutthaya was destroyed by the Burmese, and 1782, when King Rama I transferred the capital to the other side of the river. The temple used to enshrine the Emerald Buddha before it was moved to the Wat Phra Kyu Temple on the eastern side of the river, where it is today. The structure of the temple complex that stands out is of course the 84-meter tall central spire, known as Prang in Thai. It is a porcelain and seashell encrusted stupa-like pagoda, surrounded at each corner by other smaller satellite spires, more or less decorated in the same fashion. This Buddhist bonze is carrying his booty of donations that he was able to hoard during the early morning. I would really like to know what's in there. A temple had existed at the site of Wat Arun since time immemorial. When King Taksin moved the kingdom's capital to Thonburi, he vowed to restore the temple. The temple was indeed on the grounds of the royal palace during his reign. When his successor Rama I moved the capital to the opposite side of the river, it was abandoned. It was Rama II who decided to restore the temple and raise the height of the main pagoda. The main spire was completed by Rama III in 1851. As soon as you get off the boat, you are welcomed by these Chinese-style gazebos, where visitors can find solace during the hottest days. Before we visit the prangs, I will visit the other important structure of the complex that we are allowed to visit, the ordination hall. What you see there is the entrance to the cloistered area surrounding the ordination hall. It has a roof with a spire and is decorated in colored ceramic and stucco work encased in colored china. The entrance is guarded by two giant yakshas that are Hindu mythological figures placed to keep the evil spirits out. They really look threatening. And here we have the ordination hall in all its beauty. It has a two-tiered roof with chofars, door frames, and colorful porcelain walls lined with gilded borders. These shrine-like structures are placed at each side and corner of ordination halls all over Thailand. Basically, it sets the boundaries within which ordination of monks can take place, almost as if it was consecrated ground. The courtyard is decorated by tens of Chinese statues gifted to the king by the Chinese merchants. These statues were used as ballast by the mariners. This instead is the cloister entirely surrounding the ordination hall courtyard. It houses many statues of the Buddha in a fashion very similar to the Wat Po temple on the other side of the river. The bases of the columns and the corners of the building have gorgeous gilded decorations enriched by mosaics of porcelain and colored glass shards. The hall is encircled by a colonnade composed of octagonal fluted columns with lotus-shaped gilded capitals. The interior of the Ubosot is really beautiful. Colorful murals line the walls from the floor to the ceiling. The main image of the Buddha you see here was probably designed by King Rama II himself. The beautiful murals that adorn the Ubosot depict various episodes of the life of the Buddha. They are both vibrant and extremely intricate and add a lot to the spiritual ambiance of the hall. I am now entering the area where the main prang and its satellites are situated. The entrance to the area is guarded by these two Chinese statues. The spires are decorated by shells of Mauritia mauritiana and bits of porcelain, which had previously been used as ballast by boats coming to Bangkok from China. The base on which the shells and the bits of porcelain are laid is white limestone plaster. The central prang symbolizes Mount Meru, which is the central world mountain in Buddhist cosmology. The visitor has the possibility to ascend to 3 terraces, each one having a symbolic meaning in Buddhist iconography. The first level represents the realms of existence. The second one represents the two-seat of heaven, where all desires are gratified. The third represents instead the 6 heavens within the 7 realms of happiness, also known as Davatham. Over the second terrace are 4 statues of the Hindu god Indra, riding on Erawan, the mythological 3-headed elephant. A whole row of small yaksha statues at the base of the first terrace prevent evil spirits from ascending to the upper levels. On my right, I believe, are urns housing the ashes of people who have passed away. From here, you can see the western part of the temple complex, which consists mainly of the buildings where the monks are staying. The large building on the right is the Viharan, also known as Sermon Hall. Unfortunately, it is not open for visits today. Here you can see in detail how beautifully decorated are also the satellite spires. On a base of white plaster, inlays of porcelain shards and seashells come together to create gorgeous floral motifs. The glossiness of the porcelain pieces really makes the entire structure shine beautifully. The heat has really become difficult to bear, so I had found a shaded area where to sit and rest. Maybe it is advisable to come here at sunset when it is a little cooler. The entry price to the Wat Arun is 200 baht. I think that's all for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.